think anybody's going to take this one off Bruno. Not getting too many chances. He strikes a free kick brilliantly, and Victory are all square. 4 goals in 6 games now for Bruno Fornaroli, and with Victory's season on the line, probably their highest profile player has delivered.
Bruno Fornaroli's probably been a frustrated figure again tonight, but that's a wonderful finish. Hasn't probably got the service he would like, but when given the opportunity in a dangerous area, he steps up and delivers what's sorely needed from this Melbourne Victory team.
And that long ball has gone all the way through, over the top, and Bruno Fornaroli has struck and landed the first blow at Amy Park this afternoon.
But it's a quite simply fantastic finish. You see here, Dan Hall gets drawn in. Fornaroli comes in and takes the space. A little deflection, I think, there, but credit to Fornaroli. He sees that Danny Vukovic is off his line and goes for it. And if you don't try it, you're not going to get rewarded. Lovely finish over the top.
Oh, chance has fallen here. Bruno Fornaroli, and the goal stands. Sydney FC claim a foul out of nothing. Melbourne Victory have had so many opportunities, finally take one. And Bruno Fornaroli, 36 years young, is still banging them in the A-League.
Machacho wins it back. And now Traore has space. Can the Victory add another before the half-time break? Bruno Fornaroli with the Rabona. A half of his wildest dreams. Bruno has 4.
It's Traore again marauding down that left-hand side for Victory. Just puts it into a good area. And look at that from Fornaroli, to be able to stop his run, prop, and then the presence of mind to pull out the Rabona. Unbelievable. Slight deflection off Mark Natter, but that will matter nothing to Fornaroli.
Under Dwight York, and there was this look at the strength of Mashash, just brushing away Kiddo. The cutback is brilliant for Fornaroli! He just can't stop scoring. Zinedine Mashash, the provider. Bruno Fornaroli for the 6th time this season.
Oh, we'll see here on the Harvey Norman replay, Zinedine Mashash with the strength and power, the bustling run, and as he gets his head up, you see a little look, and as the ball comes to Fornaroli with the form he's in, he's always taking it first time. Look at that, strength, power, has a quick look, there he is, just out of the reach. And Bruno Fornaroli, he got 7 goals for all season last year for Melbourne Victory. We're on round 3 and he has 6 already. At 36 years of age, he is hitting peak form.
Fornaroli. We have seen that little adjustment you were talking about of trying to get Brimmer higher up the pitch, haven't we? Here's Fornaroli. Fornaroli tries to bend it. Oh! Bruno Fornaroli! He opted for precision instead of power. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he executed it to perfection. That is the quality of Bruno Fornaroli at the end of the first half.
Well, on the Harvey Norman replay, that is an absolutely exquisite strike. He looked like he was in no man's land out on the sideline. He's under heavy pressure from Caltech, creates the space for himself, and like you said, Robbie, he doesn't blast it, he just places it. Beautiful technique. Danny Vukovic was struggling all the way, and as soon as it came off his boot, you knew that was flying in the top corner. Wonderful skill, strength, and the precision with the strike at the end. That is absolute class from Bruno Fornaroli. Look at that. From the moment it left his boot, you knew that was going in the top corner.
The end of the first half. Fornaroli, it's a clever little touch, wonderful touch for Mashash. And now through the legs for Fornaroli. Valupale's at the back post. Fornaroli's done wonderfully well. What a finish! Into the top corner. And Bruno Fornaroli just cannot stop scoring. He gleefully took it, rasping the ball into the top corner. And how about that initial touch for Mashash, who then put it through the legs of Marcelo. And that is some clinical finish from Bruno Fornaroli. Well, that Socceroos discussion is one that's going to have to be had. He is the A-League's form striker. To be done there. Arzani delivers. It's a good ball in. Oh, it's 4 from Fornaroli. Well, the near post header. And for the second time this season, and just the second time in his A-League career, he has scored 4 goals in a match. And what a way to bring up number 100.
A really good central defensive pairing for Tony Popovic. Salami on the move. Out in front of Fornaroli. Has Adams alongside, wants to go on himself, and he's got it! Bruno Fornaroli had one ruled out in the first half for offside. That one's going to stand. Big smile for Tony Popovic.
And this guy is just incredible. Just an incredible finish. It's so difficult, which he makes look routine. When you've got this many goals as a top striker, of course, at the top of your game, the confidence is high. And he just nails it.
So good at shielding the ball. No one allowed to get a touch. Now Arzani's cross is brilliant. And Fornaroli's header is every bit as much. Bruno Fornaroli strikes again. And Melbourne Victory have got their 2-goal cushion that their start to the second half probably deserves.
Works out fatigue to Valadon. Just over the top for Bruno. What an impact. Straight onto the field. Straight onto the score sheet for Bruno.
One touch, the lump of his body, and you know the rest of the script in the Harvey Norman replay here. Bruno Fornaroli does what Bruno Fornaroli does. Score goals and give fans lots and lots of pleasure.
Casey Boss says to Bruno Fornaroli, get on that one. And here is Bruno. First touch not bad, second brilliant, the third magnificent. Wow, that is vintage Bruno Fornaroli. And Victory have surely sealed this one. Casey Boss with a long ball forward, but Fornaroli still had an awful lot to do. Forward by Hamill, there's no flag here on Fornaroli. Takes a few touches, oh, it's a lovely finish. What a strike from Bruno Fornaroli. And there's no offside flag. And Melbourne Victory have doubled their money. And it's Bruno Fornaroli's 13th goal in 21 matches against the Mariners.
Valadon. Fornaroli! Melbourne Victory have turned it around. From 1-0 down in the tie, they lead it 2-1. 2-0 on the night.
And the veteran, the guile, look at the movement, just drops off the shoulder. Offside, back onside, in the back of the net. Bruno Fornaroli has turned this tie on its head.
Well, I think they hadn't scored in 3.5 games against Auckland FC. They've got 2 in 5 minutes.
Oh, so it's a fantastic finish finally, but I just don't know how he gets in. I think Pinecker maybe gets dragged in.